What is up guys, my name is Nathan and welcome back to my channel. And on today's video we're going to be discussing what possible cars we might be seeing in the near future of GTA Online, regardless of what theme the DLC has, as we're approaching a new DLC release date, and if it's not in this one, maybe sometime down the year. And with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Now when it comes to cars in general, we got to look at what has a great following and also what cars are coming out, and for this we'll look at the 2019 Geneva Motor Show. First off, I'm expecting a new Progen, and the three possible candidates are the McLaren Senna, the McLaren 720S, and the famous McLaren Speedtail. Unveiled online by the company itself on December 2017, the McLaren Senna was mainly built on a 720S platform and is the second member of the McLaren's Ultimate Series. It's been already 2 years since we've seen a new car in the Progen lineup, and the Senna has a high above average possibility to be introduced. The car had created a massive following behind it, and we all know how Rockstar love their British sports cars. Yet they haven't introduced any new McLarens in the game as of yet. Maybe because they've introduced a lot of Progen cars close to each other, like the T20, the Italy GTP, and the Tyrus, so they might have wanted to take a break. But this year has an exciting list of McLarens in store, and for them not to introduce one is absolutely insane. The 720S was McLaren's replacement for their Super Series. The car is an absolute gem and is destroying its competition all around the world. As a car in GTA, we'd see this car coming to be more as an Italy GTB successor than a T20 successor, and that's where the Speedtail comes in. So far, not much is known about the car. All we know is that the car is the third car in the McLaren's Ultimate Series and is a very limited production car. A direct successor to the McLaren F1, the Speedtail is a driver-focused car, and it's probably one of the most exciting cars to be released in our generation. Adding any one of these cars will be a refresher to GTA Online. The 720S and the Speedtail, I'd see them could be introduced in a new business-type DLC, while the Senna could be introduced in a new racing update. Progen is still a very fresh car company in GTA, and the time to add a new car in their lineup is coming up, and it's right now. We all know how Rockstar usually add a lovely classic car. In fact, it's been a while since we got a classic car in-game. In fact, the last time we got a few classic cars were in the After Hours DLC with the Swinger. Some cars that would be perfect to be added in GTA Online are the likes of the 1966 Ford GT40, a purebred race car for Le Mans, and even the likes of the 1967 Mercedes-Benz S-Class would make an excellent addition. When you think of classic cars, you'd instantly think of Ferraris or any of the other luxury sports brands. But brands like Mercedes, AMG, Ford, or even the likes of Jaguar have some amazing classic cars which have the reputation and value as a Ferrari. For muscle car fans, Rockstar have been also adding a lot of stylish old and new school muscle cars. So far, we've received a muscle car in almost every DLC. Arena Wars, being more of a muscle car focused themed DLC, was enough evidence to show Rockstar's views on muscle cars in general. Some cars we might see in the future could be either old school or new school. For example, they could easily introduce a 1969 Dodge Challenger in the form of a Gauntlet Classic, or they could bring even a version of a 2018 Dodge Demon as an updated Gauntlet, or they could easily introduce both at the same time. This can be possible as Rockstar in the San Andreas Super Sports Series DLC, they've introduced old school version of the Mustang in the form of the Vapid Ellie and a new school form of the Dominator as the Dominator GTX. Now, we know that everyone, when it comes to DLCs, they're excited about some new supercars or sports cars. And thanks to the Geneva Motor Show of 2019, we can say that we might see some of them very soon. Taking case of Geneva 2017, when they revealed the Aston Martin Valkyrie concept, Rockstar went ahead and added the Deboche Wagner a few months later. Geneva this year had plenty of special hypercars, starting with the Bugatti La Voiture Noire, which means the black car. It's a one-of-one car that was built built for a specific customer for 16.7 million euros. The Bugatti La Voiture Noire is also an automotive masterpiece that was built in homage to the Bugatti Atlantic 57C, which is the Z-Type in-game. On the other spectrum, we have the new replacement for the Regera RS. The Koenigsegg Jesko is the next evolution for the brand. With a boomerang-style wing, aggressive styling, and a power output of 1,500 brake horsepower and claims of 300 miles per hour for the entry-level version, this car is going to be the poster car for most kids. Then you look at Aston Martin with the launch of the AM RB 003 and the Vanquish Vision concept, their first attempt at a mid-engined hypercar and supercar. Not to forget the amazing Mercedes AMG Project One, which is built around a Formula One engine. These cars that I've mentioned have probably a bigger chance to come in game than any other. With Rockstar's history of adding concept cars in the game before they're actually released in real life isn't a new thing for them. The Aston Martin and the Bugatti might have a bigger chance to be introduced, as we've already gotten some new Koenigsegg's in the Overclock family before, with the introduction of the Autarch, the Tyrant, and the latest, the Entity XXR. However, Rockstar knows that with these cars they bring players back to the game, spending shark cards to buy the new cars that they've introduced. SUVs and off-roaders have been getting added quite reasonably, with the introduction of the Pegassi Toros based on the Lamborghini Urus and the Canis Camacho, or even the forgotten Vapid Riata. We clearly see that Rockstar do keep an eye out for any new cars that hit the market to be added in the game. However, we got lately a lot of new SUVs that we might see very soon, ranging from a new dubstep based on the new 2019 Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, or even something like the new Rolls-Royce Cullinan, a luxury SUV from Rolls-Royce, which of course would be a new addition to the Innes brand. They can even bring out something crazy like the 2018 Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon 4x4 squared. Tuner cars have also been introduced a lot in the game in an incredible rate, with the first introduction of Benny's with the Sultan RS and the Banshee 900R to the LG Retro Custom. Besides Benny's cars, we also got a lot of tuner cars that had a lot of customization straight out of the box, like the Karen 190Z based on the Fairlady Z and the Toyota 2000 GT. From JDM to European tuner cars, they have always been the main topic in 2017. And this year there's a lot of cars that could be added in the game from the tuner aspect, like the new Toyota GR Supra to a drift starter pack, Nissan 240 SX to the famous S15. The car scene in GTA is probably one of the largest portion of the community. Cars with high customization make the community very happy. Not only players will have different builds from one car to the other, but when it comes to GTA Online's economy, if a car has a lot of customization with a small price range, then it makes it a very good value. Let's not forget about the possibilities of returning vehicles in GTA Online. Some of the famous vehicles that made a name for themselves, like ZR350 from San Andreas based on the Mazda RX-7, or some of the fan favorite cars from GTA 4, like the Super GT based on the DB9, the Sentinel based on the BMW E46 M3, the Coquette based on the C6 Corvette, and the most iconic of them all, the Turismo based on the Ferrari F430. Or they even could add the famous cars like this have been asked by the fans to be added back in the game, as not only they will bring a freshness to the game, but also these cars have a sense of nostalgia that would take us back to GTA 4. And let's talk about bikes. And that concludes our video for the possible cars that we might see in GTA Online. And if none of these cars come in game, I will go and make the Ghost Rider movie full.
Are you serious?
Yes, I see you guys in the comments. What cars would you like to see in the game? Personally, I'd love to see a new McLaren to be added. Leave it in the comment section down below, and if you found the video interesting, leave a like and also subscribe to my YouTube channel for more GTA 5 videos like this. Thanks for watching guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.